to Health TV. This is the Manchester United versus Brighton match reaction. As the title says, we need to get these Glazers out of our football club for a multitude of reasons. So yeah, that game was an absolute shambles. It's right now it's 9:49, and I watched the game at 6:30. So it's been almost 2 hours, 3 hours and 20 minutes since I've watched the game. I've cooled down a bit, but I'm still furious about that performance because it's okay to lose. You can lose and still play well. Like one of the prime examples last season, Chelsea against Real Madrid's second leg. I think Chelsea fans probably would have applauded them. I think some Chelsea fans would have applauded them, and they would have just been like, you know what, we played really well. They were just better than us. But today, they were not. Brighton were good, and they were obviously better than us, but we just weren't good. Chelsea against Real Madrid. Chelsea were good. They were very, very good. We were crap today. So for us, it's basically like uh, just a disgrace. Basically, for us, it's just like it's humiliating. Liverpool, and it's only been one game, and we're already 3 points behind Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs, probably City, and we're already behind Liverpool, and they drew against Fulham. So by the time we play Liverpool, we'll probably be 1 point behind them, and that's our third game of the season. When we face Liverpool, we might lose that game. We probably will lose that game, to be honest, if we play like we did today. And if we lose against Liverpool and beat Brentford, 3 points from our first nine. 3 points from our first nine. That'll be an atrocious start to the season. And this is what happens when you don't back the manager and when you aren't ready for the season. Eric Ten Hag, we've signed Martinez, Eriksen, and Malacia. I'll get on to how Martinez and Eriksen play today, but we signed Eriksen, Malacia, and Martinez, and we signed them for a combined total of 57 million. That's 57 million. And we sold Pereira for 10 million, so to move 10 million from that, and that's a 57 million net spend. 57 million net spend for a new manager who's taking over the worst ever Premier League side, the Manchester United worst ever Premier League side during August. It's an absolute disgrace. And in order to save this, in my opinion, the Glazers have to buy De Jong, Anthony, and either Dumfries or Tielemans. If we get or even both would be fantastic. So Anthony or De Jong must, and then either Dumfries or Tielemans, one of them. And I'm happy again, and I think we can get the season back on track. But if we don't have at least 7 or 8 out of a time transfer window, I don't think we'll end up having a good season. We need to do better than this. Like the transfer market, I just think we haven't changed. I really don't think we have changed at all. How have we changed? How have we changed? How have we changed? We have not changed. We are still an absolute joke. We've been the Twitter account and the social media account. We've been spreading that it's a new United. It's a new United. It's a new United. We've got Eriksen in. We've got Martinez in. We've got Malacia, and it's a new United. We're back. The Premier League's back, and yes, it is back. But that was probably the worst possible start we could have had through this Premier League season, because oh my goodness, that was shocking. That was absolutely shocking. We didn't even see a glimpse of Ten Hag's. Okay, we did see a glimpse, but like in the second half, we played well. I'll give us that for around, I guess, 20 to 30 minutes, and then in the last 15 minutes we just faded away again, and then Brighton just won. So yeah, it was an absolute joke. We were not good at all, and Brighton were all over us, and they deserved to win that game. So yeah, I think I'll discuss your player ratings. Sorry, man. Okay, so De Gea, give him a 6. Not really at fault for either of the goals. Distribution, I think he had one dodgy distributory moments, but apart from that, I think his distribution was solid throughout the whole game. So yeah, 6 for De Gea. Gallo, give him a 4 and a 5. I think he was suspect a few times defensively. Going forward, he didn't do too much. He was involved going. If he was involved in the going forward, he was involved, and but defensively he wasn't that good. So I'll give him a 5. Don't think he was great today. Harry Maguire, I think a 5. I'll give him a 4.5 because I think he was responsible for the first goal. Danny Welbeck was constantly running at Maguire, and I'll give him a 5. So like 4.5. So since it's zero point 0.5, I'm rounding it off to a 5. Maguire, he was at fault for the first goal because Welbeck, he was constantly in the first half. Welbeck constantly was running at Maguire, and Maguire struggled to deal with him. And Welbeck, he's not at all the best striker in the Premier League. Probably not even top 10. Don't even think he's top 15. Might not even be top 20. So that's terrifying. And the high line we were playing like Liverpool. The high line we were playing today, it was kind of like Liverpool, the high line we were playing today. And they have the likes of Van Dijk, Joe Gomez, John Matip, and Ibrahim Konate at the back. But Harry Maguire, if you compare Harry Maguire with those center backs, especially in terms of pace, he will not fit Ten Hag's system. Because we got Ten Hag to play a certain brand of football, an attractive brand of football, and Maguire can't be in that system because he just can't play in a high line. I really don't think he can play in a high line. So yeah, 5 for Maguire. But I'll give him this. His distribution was pretty good in terms of passing. His passing was good, so I'll give him that. So maybe I'll give him a 5 for that, for the passing as well. So, yeah. Martinez, I'll give him a 5. Didn't think he was amazing. Didn't think he was bad. I think he was fine. He was caught a few times defensively. In terms of passing, he was pretty good. Like Maguire, he had that good shots from the corner. He went for goal from distance, which is kind of I didn't really like that. But I wouldn't say it was that bad of a debut. But I do think Martinez and Maguire do need to work on a partnership. Or what I would prefer is to just pair a partnership apart. Not apart, just like use Varane and Martinez as a first team partnership. Because just imagine like this. I feel so bad for Rafael Varane. He had to sit on that bench, and he has to be like, I've won 4 Champions Leagues, I've won a World Cup, I've won numerous La Liga titles. As of right, I am the only player right now at Manchester United who has won a World Cup. If you remove Ronaldo from this team, I've won all more trophies in everyone in this. I've won more major trophies than everyone in this dressing room combined, and I have to just sit on that bench and watch those two and watch our defense concede 2 goals to, to Pascal Gross. Gross was on a hat trick in the second half, and Varane had to sit through all of that for the full 90 minutes, watching our defense struggle against Brighton, being a 4-time Champions League winner and a World Cup winner. Varane and Martinez need to be our first choice partnership. They really do. Luke Shaw, I didn't think he was that bad. I mean, give him a 4.5, so like a 5. Um, Defensively wasn't that good, and he wasn't that good actually because like even offensively in the attacking play wasn't really that involved either. So yeah, not a great game for Luke Shaw. Town, in my opinion, worst player on the pitch. Actually, constantly gave the ball away, constantly making silly fouls. Like someone needs to tell him that he's playing in the Premier League, not the WWE. It feels like he gets booked every game he plays. His last good game was against Burnley at Old Trafford, 3-1 in December. How is he still starting for Manchester United week in, week out? I do not understand. I also don't understand why Ten Hag subbed Fred off before McTominay, and McTominay was on for 75 minutes. Bloody hell, I don't know what was up with McTominay today. He was crap. He was so bad. And he could have been sent off today. Like he was really someone like we need to teach him to be more disciplined. We really do. That's I'll give him a 4, but I honestly don't think it's his fault because if you look at Fred, his strengths are his tenacity, his ability to win the ball back, his and the best part of his passing comes when like his passing ability, it um, you'll see the most of his passing ability in the final thirds, but he's never at the final third really, because he's playing because he was never at the final third today because he was playing as a CDM and he is not a CDM. He's a CDM who's not playing at a CDM, and I'm tired of this club not buying a CDM. We've needed one for 3 years. We've needed one ever since I left. Team and Mattis is gone. We still haven't gotten CDM. De Jong is not a CDM. Then Haka said that if you put De Jong at CDM, you're not getting the best out of him. His best work is his pressing in the opposition half. His best work is in the opposition half. Gone as a youth player, and he is a very big risk. So I am tired of this club refusing to buy a CDM. So to get up the CDM, what I would do, sell one of McTominay of Reds, put the other one on the bench. I'm looking at you, McTominay. I would actually sell McTominay. Put Fred and Gon on the bench. Buy Tielemans and De Jong. Tielemans, De Jong, first choice midfields. Garner, Fred, backup, done. Midfield set. But we're not going to do that, are we? Bruno, I gave him a 5. Actually, a 4, yeah. Wasn't really that good today, to be honest. I don't think, I mean, I'll give him I'll be honest and give him a 5. His crossing was good. His crossing was fine. He should have scored that first chance he had in the first half when I was still in nil. But apart from that, he was quiet for most of the game. So, yeah, I didn't really have a again. It's I'll say Sancho, I'll give him a 5 because I don't really no give him a 6. I don't really blame him. I think he was in a graveyard shift. He didn't get the ball that much. When they get the ball, he looked pretty impressive at it. I don't think Sancho had a bad of a game. Rashford gonna have to give him a 4. Not 3. I'm gonna be a bit harsh on Rashford. I love Rashford, but I have to be a bit harsh on him here because he was bad today and he was bad and he's been bad he was bad for most of last season as well. Rashford was just not good. He should have scored at least one of his chances. He had two pretty big chances. He had to score at least one of them. You could even say he had to score two of them, but I think at least one of them he had to score. Apart from that, he was quiet. So, yeah, not a good game from Rashford. Eriksen, I did one of the bright spots of the day. Give him a 6. And my man of the match, Christian Eriksen, he was good. He kept the ball. It did look like he knew how to play the hack system. He was good with a number of chances. He took that shot as well. It was a good save by Sanchez. Yeah, overall, Eriksen had a very good game. Ronaldo, I'll give him a 6. He showed energy. He shows leadership, and he did clearly make an impact off the bench. But this wasn't enough. First of least, this wasn't enough. Van de Beek going to have much time to make an impact. 15 minutes, I don't think is enough. Langa 6, Garnacho 6, Ten Hag. I'm going to have to give him a 5. I don't think I did not agree with a lot of his decisions today. I think his decision to start, I just think that's his substitutions were the main thing for me because he made no subs at halftime, which I disagree with. He only made one substitution after the 68th. He only made once by the 65th minute. He had only made one substitution. Around the 60th minute, he had only made one substitution at the 65th minute. That's what I believe. And then Ronaldo, he only came on 5 minutes after for the second half. So, what was the point? Or, why did you just bring him on at halftime? To bring him on at halftime? Why waste 5 minutes after the first half? After during the second half? After the second half has started to bring him on? That just did not make sense to me at all. And just but I just think that bringing on a triple substitution, in the last last 6 or 7 minutes of the game, he makes a triple substitution, which just makes no sense to me. The substitution for Van de Beek for McTominay should have been done much earlier. So apart from his substitutions, I can't really criticize Ten Hag much more than that. So yeah, I'll give him a 5. So I'm man of the match. Yeah, Christian Eriksen, congrats man on your match. on their Manchester United Premier League debut to get the man for match awards. And it was deserved as well. He had a good game. So yeah, from here, hopefully we can get a win against Brentford and maybe get something against Liverpool. He needs to be backed. We need to have a good interest transfer window. If we can have a 7 or 8 out of 10 transfer window, like after this month, after transfer deadline day, uh, I want to do a transfer stream, and I want to give our transfer window a 7 or 8 out of 10, and I want it to be justifiable. If we don't get the 7 or 8 out of 10 transfer window, I don't think I'll have a good season. So yeah. Anyways, guys, that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you're new. Turn on post notifications to be notified when we upload our next video. And yeah, I'll see you guys later for the Brentford's preview.